Hey y'all, welcome to Mentally Dedicated. My name is Mariah. I am a master social worker. Excuse me if I sound a little bit hoarse or something. I am a little sick, but I needed to bring this video to you all. So welcome to Mentally Dedicated. If you are new here, I talk all things mental health. I provide resources, I provide tips, etc., things of that nature. If you are a returning viewer or returning subscriber, thank you for checking out my channel. Feel free to share these videos, share my channel. Of course, like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already done so. Again, I appreciate the views, I appreciate the feedback and all of that good stuff. So if you are here, then you are dedicated to strengthening your mental health. So congratulations to you. And I needed to bring you guys this video today because I saw somebody on social media say that like they're interested in therapy but they can't afford it, or they said something about like people want to go to therapy but people cannot afford it. So I am here to tell you that that is not true. So I am here to tell you that that is not the case, you guys. There are multiple ways of how to pay for the cost of therapy. So you may be able to possibly afford some of these additional ways. So aside from private pay, which is, we know that's a lot of people probably don't go that route because they probably, either don't want to or can't afford to pay $150 a week or more, depending on the agency, for their sessions out of pocket, right? So if that's not you, then you'll look into alternative ways. Some alternative ways that you can possibly afford therapy would be, number one, if you have state insurance, right, aka Medicaid, then you would go through your insurance. So you'll go through your insurance. Another way would be a sliding scale fee. So a sliding scale is when the company, like say if you don't want to use your insurance for whatever reason, or if you don't have insurance, then they'll go buy a sliding scale. So you may say, a company may say like $50 for a sliding scale. So you'll pay that $50 per week, per session. So you may want to budget putting that to the side for every week. The other way would be budgeting. So budgeting, so let's just get real. So, I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. If you know me, if you don't know me, that's just what it is. Your mental health is just as important as your physical health. It's that simple. So if you feel like $50 is too much to put aside to go ahead and, receive counseling or therapy, then maybe you need to reevaluate some things and figure out if you're ready for therapy, if your mental health is just as important to you. Because sometimes you may just have to budget differently, right? Because we have people who, you can go and spend $200 a week on eating out at, restaurants, eating food out, or just going shopping and hanging out and things like that, but you don't want to spend $50 a week for your therapy session. You got to remember, these therapists, these counselors, these psychologists, these people are educated, they're knowledgeable, they're bringing to you data, right? They're bringing to you research-based information. They're not just having a conversation with you and telling you what they think. They're actually giving you some research-based information that has been proven to work to help people when they're going through whatever it is that they're going through. So let's do a little math, right? Because therapy is not forever. That's what you have to keep in mind, that it's not forever. You're not going to be in here lifelong. I mean, some people go to therapy for years. Some people go, they stop, they go back. It depends on the individual. So you have to remember that you can do 6 weeks, you can do 8 weeks. There's no contract in place stating that you have to be in therapy for this amount of time, if it's voluntary, So do a little math. So if you're paying, say if you don't have insurance and you're going to do a sliding scale fee. So say you go to an agency that says, okay, well, we're going to charge $50 a week. So, and you're going to do 6 weeks, just, whatever. So if you're going to do 6 weeks, $50 a week, that's only $300 for that 6 weeks. So budget, put that in your budget. If you know that you want to go, you're trying to get your mental health intact and you want to go receive some help, then this may be something you want to look into to add into your budget. So aside from that, the other thing that I wanted to talk about in this video is where you can find a therapist. So you have people that say, okay, well, I'm ready to put in the work. I know what I got to do. I'm ready to put my money to the side, or I'm ready to, you know, call my insurance company, you know, all of that. Where do I find a therapist? So I have a couple places here written down, so I'm going to just go through these places of where you can find a therapist, and this will go for anywhere in the United States. Now, I don't know about other countries and things for that, things of that nature, but if you're in the United States, these are places that you can look for to find you a therapist. So the first website you will go to is Psychology Today. None of these websites are sponsoring anything, just kind of, well, I just want to help people. So the first website you can go to is Psychology Today. So on Psychology Today, you can go on there. It will ask you, you know, what you're looking for. So the good thing about therapy is that you can decide what type of therapist you want, right? So you have people who, they may say, well, I don't want a therapist that's young, or I don't want an older therapist, or maybe I do want an older therapist. I want a female, I want a male. I want somebody that's Christian, you know, or faith-based therapist. I want someone who works with the LGBTQ community. Like, you can decide what type of therapist you want. So if you go on Psychology Today, it'll have like this criteria of like how you're paying, or what type of insurance you have, you know, the area you're looking into. If you're looking for telehealth, which is over the phone or video, the telehealth appointments, or if you're looking for in-person therapist. So you have this whole criteria that you can narrow it down to specific, to get as specific as you would like to be, to find the perfect match for you. And then on Psychology Today, the other good thing is that they have a bio. So you get to see pictures of your therapist or potential therapist. You get to read about them a little bit. You get to see like the company they work for, all of that. So it's multiple things that you can look for on Psychology Today. The other option would be going through your insurance company. So how I talked about your insurance will pay for you to go to therapy. You can also call your insurance company and ask them to provide you with therapists in your area. So you would call like the main number for your insurance, or a lot of insurance companies, they have like the behavioral health number on the back of the card. You can call that number and, you know, just ask them if they can provide you with therapists in your area. So they'll usually start off with providing you with about 3 therapists near your area. And it's more than likely they're going to be therapists that are accepting patients or clients, and they're in your network because you're getting them from your insurance company. So that's a good thing. But I always suggest, you know, just to call and double check, like make sure that they are accepting claims at the time. You know, ask whatever questions you may want to ask while you're calling, and then start there. You can always call your insurance company back at a later date if you feel like none of those were a good fit for you, or if you want additional therapy agencies to look into. So then you can check out BetterHelp. Then you can also look into EAP. So EAP is Employee Assistance Program. So EAP is actually through a lot of employers. So you can check with your company to see if they offer EAP, and then how that works is that usually it's like a 6-week program where you receive free therapy, free counseling. So that's another option. EAP is good because a lot of different companies offer something that's really cool with EAP. So say if like you're not interested in therapy, but you have a family member that's interested in therapy on your behalf, right? Like utilizing your benefit. So some companies allow that. So true story, that's really cool. You can look into that as well. So that's just a couple options of, for one, how to go about paying for therapy, and then also how to go about locating a therapist. So remember, don't sell yourself short. Don't sell these therapists short either, because it's a lot of dope therapists out there. Like, you just have to find the one that works for you. And you have to remember, if it takes budgeting to go ahead and start your journey on your mental health healing. So okay, y'all, thank you for tuning in. See you guys at the next video.